Alright guys, welcome to the first ever From the Sim to the Trackside. We're going to take looks at the biggest races coming up for the weekend, cover any major storylines going on, see what the drivers are doing, make some predictions before the green flag starts flying. This week we're going to be taking a look at Formula One as they head to Austria. NASCAR is going to Sonoma, and ISMA returns to the Glen for the 6 hours of the Glen. Let's get into it. Alright, we're going to start off with the sim side of things. We'll kick it off with the iRacing Season 3 update. I mean, obviously we're week 3 now, so it's been live for a little bit, but bringing in some new cars, tracks, several major quality of life improvements. BMW M2, Euro NASCAR, and some new Formula V body styles. 2 new cars. As for what I've heard, the Euro NASCAR series is still kind of going. I know a lot of times they'll bring in a new series, it'll be popular for a couple weeks, and then usually kind of dies off, unfortunately. V-body thing, I was hoping for Advanced V. I kind of assumed they were just going to do body styles, but I was hoping. I thought it was a bit weird to bring in the new body styles for a rookie series and then charge for them. I'm perfectly fine with the OG one. Thank you very much. Brand new circuit in Qualcomm circuit at the Naval Base in Coronado. Excellent track. Not usually a big street circuit fan, but definitely loving this one. We're going to do some laps around that since it's new instead of Sonoma for NASCAR. Also received a rebuilt Laguna Seca. They're charging for it. Now, a lot of people are upset, but I'm going to be honest with the lawsuit they had to deal with. I'm not going to be surprised. In addition to Dirt Oval AI and some new in-game widgets, track map, fuel calculators, and incident tracking. So when you're navigating those incidents, either you're in it or just trying to get by it. I don't know if it's going to help much, but we'll see. Sticking with iRacing, not much going on this weekend. You got the IRL 6 hours of the Glen going on last weekend. We had the virtual one for iRacing. The third event this year for the VCO Grand Slam. Teams compete in the GTP LMP2 and GT3 machinery around Watkins Glen full boot config. With those circuits high, speed corners, and narrow passing opportunities, patience was just about as important as pace. Finally, for the sim portion of the video, WeatherTech just dropped their new podium pedals. I think they're going to eventually do a 3-pedal set and a formula set. I think they pulled back the 3-pedal for right now. I think there was a problem with the clutch. Formula version, I believe, was priced at $699.99, and obviously it's probably without tax or shipping. That's going to be expected early July. From what I've heard, they sold out in about 5 minutes. So if you were looking for some, you're probably going to be doing a bit more waiting. Looks like they're, finally filling out the rest of their podium series. They got the podium DD, now the pedals. Corsair's trying to right the ship over there. But now moving on from the sim to the sprawling hills of Austria for the Austrian GP. And for the Austria GP, you have the Red Bull Ring. Race times 9 a.m. Eastern. Sunday, of course, I'm going to run for 71 laps. I believe it's the shortest lap on this calendar. George Russell snagged pole. A little controversy at the end of qualifying. I don't want to say controversy, it's probably too strong of a word there, but Verstappen, who ended up starting 5th, ended up crashing Q3 at the end there. Kimi Antonelli had to kind of bail out of his last lap, so he ended up 4th. Leclerc 2nd, Hamilton rounding out 3rd for the top 5 for the grid. See how it's going to go, man. Ferrari's really trying to... Everybody's brought some upgrades this weekend. Ferrari's still trying to get after Mercedes. They're definitely quicker in the straight line, though. Ferrari seems to have the leg up in the corners. That's the biggest storyline coming out of there, is whether Russell's going to be able to convert another Mercedes pole into victory. Red Bull seems to be struggling for their home race. Verstappen, like I said, was trying to put everything into that last lap and just ended up losing the car there. Can never count him out. See what George Russell does. I have to say, I'm kind of Hamilton, maybe 2 in a row. Definitely would not discount Kimi Antonelli, though. Having to bail out. Pretty sure he would have got pole there off of George. He didn't have to bail out of that lap. Should be a good one. Heat is also going to play a pretty big factor into this as well. Could make tire management a huge factor. I believe for the Q3 it was already above like 33 Celsius, so I think it's supposed to be more for tomorrow. So going from the vast hills of Austria to now countryside wine country in California for the NASCAR race at Sonoma. Staying in California, San Diego last week for the Naval Base Coronado, Qualcomm, the new street circuit they did. Actually going to do laps around there instead of Sonoma. Not usually a huge fan of road courses for NASCAR, so I'm just going to do the street circuit in the MX-5, race that in the PCC this week. Is pretty fun. So the Toyota Saab Mart 350, Sonoma Raceway, 110 lap course. Huge elevation changes. Gotta look out for tire wear. Strategy, as always, going to play a huge role, and a lot of contact going into that turn 11 hairpin. Ty Gibbs was able to snag pole, starting alongside Carson, the Hurricane Hocevar, Kyle Larson, Michael McDowell, Ross Chastain, and defending Sonoma winner from last year, SVG, all starting inside the top 6. Probably the biggest storyline for this race is going to be SVG. Had a pretty rough race last week, getting involved in an incident he just kind of got caught up in. He is the road course king, so definitely going to have to see how he does here. Maybe a little redemption just outside the chase cut line. This is going to be the final road course, so he's been improving on ovals, but definitely could use the boost here, getting a win. And this weekend marks the start of the NASCAR In-Season Challenge. I'm going to add several head-to-head battles throughout the field, spicing things up a little bit. So basically, just to break down the challenge, if you're not familiar, it's a 32-driver single elimination tournament. Drivers are basically paired up head-to-head. Whoever finishes higher advances to the next round, regardless of where they finish in the actual race. So if you got a driver running 19th, you're rooting for him in the challenge. Depending on where the other guy's at he's fighting, I mean, 19th might not be too bad at all, so see how that plays out. The winner at the end of the challenge, not sure if it's the driver or the team, but the winning team will just say gets $1 million, so definitely something to be fighting for there for the teams. Alright, and finally moving away from NASCAR to ISMA. WeatherTech Championship returns to endurance racing with the 6 Hours of the Glen beginning at 12:10 Eastern Time. Sporting a packed 54-car field, compete across 4 different classes. Definitely recommend checking it out if you got the time. Alright guys, that should do it for this week's From Sim to the Trackside. Between the short, fast Red Bull Ring, NASCAR strategy battle at Sonoma, and the 6 hours of multi-class chaos at the Watkins Glen, going to be plenty to keep you busy and entertain this weekend. Let me know who you're picking to win, which race you're most excited to watch. Thanks for tuning in. This is what we're going to kind of do with this series, just a little hit preview for the races coming up this weekend. Just wanted to do something a little different than just the normal race narration thing we've been doing here when I started off the channel. Appreciate you guys. Catch you guys down the road for the next one.